Giving all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect 1/3 out there, preaching and living this word the best of their ability in all truth and sincerity. Brother Obadiah here with a quick sit down here, going into these heathen nations, exposing and, been talking, the truth about America and Israel, of course. Just fulfilling prophecy, letting you know these nations now are not weak. You in America and NATO and EU, you're not going to just push them around anymore like you used to in the past, because they got, artillery just like you do. You're not going to go head up with them. You're going to try to sneak around, circumvent, proxy, false flag to legitimize your reason into going into Iran, which you've been trying to do for a long time. So I'm just going to go into this article and I'm going to hit a couple of precepts, bring it home. Ayatollah Khamenei, U.S. embodiment of evil violence. Leader of the Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Khamenei has called the U.S. the embodiment of evil and violence, whose existence relies on encroachment on other countries' sovereignty. All right. The U.S. regime is the embodiment of evil and violence, a crisis maker and a warmonger, Ayatollah Khamenei said in a Friday meeting with a group of Iranian Air Force commanders and personnel in Tehran. The U.S. regime existence has always depended on encroachment aimed at securing its own interests, he said, adding the Iranian nation will keep chanting death to America as long as the United States remains evil. Well, that's going to be to the end of times. So you're going to keep chanting that. Let me just go down here. A couple of pieces. I'll put the link in the description box also, brothers, if you want to read it, the whole thing. Europe in no position to criticize Iran. Ayatollah Khamenei also discussed Europe's human rights accusations against Iran, saying European countries are not in a position to criticize the Islamic Republic. In the streets of Paris, they attack protesters and blind them, and then shamelessly make human rights demands on us, the leader said, referring to Yellow Vest protests which hit France for the 12th straight weekend. Do you even know what human rights are? Ayatollah Khamenei said, addressing Europe. They never knew what human rights are, either today or in the past, and even throughout their history, he said of the Europeans. That's right, man. Enslaving the blacks, the natives, blacks, and Latinos, putting them on slave ships, going them, to and fro, from the Western world back to Europe, on righteous decrees, colonizing certain parts of the world. So yeah, because they're the devil, and their history proves that. The leader further pointed to Europe's package to save the Iran nuclear deal, which was recently unveiled by France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, urging Iranian officials not to trust the Europeans. The Americans are not trustworthy, and I urged our officials not to trust the Americans' promise, smile, and signature. The same applies to Europe. You fucking right, because y'all all the same. Y'all eat them, man. It doesn't matter what landmass you own. You're the son of the devil, man. Ayatollah Khamenei warned. I don't say we shouldn't have ties with them. I'm talking about trust. They cannot be trusted and respected. We've witnessed it many times. France in one way, Britain in the other way, and the others in their own ways. Of course, we currently have and will have relations with the entire world, except for some exceptions. But we should know with whom and on what we are making deals, he added. Just like with, the big thing now with Iran is with that nuclear deal. They had an agreement, and that red, dumbass, base man Trump said, oh, it's not a good deal. But you signed the deal, man. That's just Esau for you, man. That's just how he is. So I'm going to go into a couple of scriptures, man, and take it on home. It ain't going to be long. I'm going to start with Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. I'm going to go to chapter 12. I'm going to read verses 10 through 12. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. It's like what he said, man. And these heathens, these Ishmaelites know who the enemy is, but you got Jake in America and all across the globe say he's all right, man. You're gonna be destroyed. 2/3, and rightfully so. Though he humble himself and go crouching, ye take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wipeth a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and he pricked therewith. Same thing Iran said. I mean, they know your wickedness, man. You can't be trusted. You break deals. And it's a historical fact with these Arab nations, with the tribe of Gad, breaking over 400 treaties. So you have a track record, man. And you put lingo in there like it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna rebuild cities. We're gonna give aid. This is a good thing. Go ahead and sign it. But he planning to overthrow your shit. The whole time, man. Fuck you, Esau. I'm gonna go to the next verse, next scripture. Excuse me. I'm gonna go to Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Wherever he goes, he's being wicked, man. He's saying he's trying to improve relations with other nations. No, man, he's just trying to go in there to, push forward his agenda, his hegemony. He's trying to take your resources, of course. Looks like, prime example now, look at what's going on in Venezuela. Esau does not give a fuck about them Venezuelan people. And by the way, side note, hey, death to you 2/3 Venezuelans, man. Because y'all all caught up in that Catholicism, praising that Cesare Borgia. So fuck y'all, man. That's good for y'all. Y'all deserve it. But Esau's only reason going in there is because they got that oil and they got other natural resources too. That's the only reason, man. We're bringing humanitarian aid, medicines. But if you do your research, when Venezuela was trying to actually purchase vaccines and other necessities for the country, America was blocking it, along with, the other European countries. All of a sudden now he wants to help them. He's a fucking devil, man. And if you can't see that, man, you're through, man. Next verse. I'm going to go to Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So he's just doing what he's doing, man. He is fucking wicked. And just like the leader of Iran said, they're evil. Of course they're evil. We don't give a fuck about Ishmael, but it's just bringing out, these nations are standing up. And like I said before, Esau is not going to go straight up with him. He's always going to go around and do some old sneaky, slick, slithery way to get in there, man, because he's a natural bitch. He can't go head up, all right, because they packing, And if you go head up, they gonna match what you have, man. All right. We'll go to the next verse. I'm gonna go Isaiah. I'm gonna go chapter 10. And I'm gonna read verses 1 and 2. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Again, like I said, unrighteous decrees, signing treaties, breaking them, reneging on them. All right. But if you get into a contract with Esau, no, you ain't getting out of it. He gonna try to take you to litigation, sue you, try to take whatever little bit that you have, or even try to put you in jail for breaking it. But he can, make laws, amend them, and, do all types of wickedness, man. But, that's just his MO, man. Last verse. And here's a solution for you, Esau. Because I fucking hate Esau, man. The brothers that, like I said before in other videos, man, the brothers that personally know me, I have an intimate relationship with Esau. And in that day, when the Lord comes back, I'm going to be chief of the Edomites, man. I don't know about you other brothers, but I'm going to put hell on them, man. I'm going to do some Old Testament shit on them, man. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Last verse. Habakkuk, chapter 2. I'm going to read, start at 5. I'm going to go all the way down to 16. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Behold, it is not of Yahweh, power of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters covers the sea. Woe unto them that giveth his neighbor drink, and puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with the shame of glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. For the cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Death to Esau. Hope you brothers was edified. Shalom.